Lofi Poli Sci coming at you. Michael Pickering here talking our famous question. What's going on in the world today? And last week we were so busy talking about so much going on with us that we missed out on so much. So today we got 15 fast-paced recap stories coming at you. Hitting off with elections. Lots of election news going on. It's official. Fernando Marcos Jr. is the president of the Philippines. Duterte is out. He is gone. Though his daughter is vice president, and this new Marcos Jr., a lot of question marks about his father and what he's going to be doing moving in. And in France, after all that parliamentary elections and national elections going down, and all the issues with Macron and parliament and cohabitation, and things are going to be so difficult. Well, out of all that, we did get some good news for those people who enjoy a little inclusivity. For the first time ever, the French Parliament elects a female prime minister. There we go. That's some good news. Out in Israel, though, we will be heading to new elections again as the coalition government collapses for the 5th time in just a few years. And the prime minister's gone. Got a new caretaker government and prime minister in. So we're going to find out soon enough when exactly those new elections will take place. And election news out in Cambodia. The same party and the same man that has been ruling the country for more than 30 years now wins again with over 74% of the vote. We're going to have to do a country in the spotlight on Cambodia, people, because there's some backstory to who these people are that run that government, for sure. But let's switch gears on over to Europe and Russia. And what's up with there? What's the latest going on out there, you may be wondering? Well, Moldova and Ukraine get official European Union candidate status, bringing in that collaboration and cooperation together in Europe. There you go. And Finland and Sweden are now set to join NATO, since Turkey has lifted its objections. So there you go, NATO getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Russia, because they feel so threatened whilst invading another country, is going to give nuclear weapons to Belarus, or nuclear-capable missiles to Belarus. So much going on. Let's switch over out into Latin America and the government of Ecuador, which did have a state of emergency in 2 regions in the country. And remember, this is Ecuador, not El Salvador. El Salvador still has their nationwide state of emergency going on. We're talking about Ecuador, though. Ecuador has suspended their state of emergency because mass protests took place in some big cities, and there was a lot going down. We're going to probably be talking about Ecuador coming up soon, too, in a country in the spotlight. But man, good news, the state of emergency is gone, but protests are still going on. Out in Myanmar, we got some updates for you there. So we have been keeping tabs on former Democratic leader Aung San Suu Kyi. Well, she was moved to a new holding facility / private prison, and solitary confinement is continuing. She is still on trial for even more things going on as far as corruption related. She's already been convicted for things adding up to 15 years in prison, but the military government isn't through yet. And she's been in jail since she was arrested on February 1st, 2021, just last year, during Myanmar's coup. And out in Iran last week, the government announced the arrest of 5 people in connection to skateboarding with girls and boys who were teenagers, and some of the girls were reportedly not wearing headscarves. Governments of the world, leave skateboarders alone. Let them do their thing. Out in Sri Lanka, schools are closed and will remain closed for at least the next week, and gasoline is banned from being sold to everyone in the country, except essential personnel. We've been talking about this economic crisis going on in Sri Lanka. Things are just getting worse and worse. And we're going to talk about Sri Lanka and a new country in the spotlight very, very soon. And you see this? We're adding up country upon country upon country of who we're going to be talking about. We got a list going, people. Now, let's switch gears again and let's get into a little not-so-heavy news, you know? Out in Germany, the government is looking to make social media influencers and private advertising companies to point-blank label whenever these people post pictures or videos, if they use beauty filters on the pictures or videos, because the false fact fiction of filters. You're selling beauty products and you're using a filter to make the product look like it's doing something that it's not. Interesting take, German government. We'll be watching this one for sure. The U.S. FDA banned Juul e-cigarettes. Did you hear it? One of the biggest producers and sellers of e-cigarettes out there in the U.S. And that ban is now on hold because of the U.S. court system. Because, of course, someone appealed it. And you can imagine how that's going to turn out with the courts these days. And in Canada, they found a frozen baby woolly mammoth. Are they going to Jurassic Park that shit? Stay tuned to find out, people. And a last piece of news to send you on your way for the day, for the week, indeed. This Friday, episode 500 of Lofi Poli Sci drops. Be there. It's all for you. And speak to me. What do you want to hear about? And that's a brief snapshot of what's going on in the world today. Check out lofipolisci.com. Friday's blog is up, and this month's issue of Letters of the Lo-Fi Poli Sci is out, both on the website. And it's not a cliche or a catchphrase. It's a lifestyle. Always remember that Lo-Fi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Talk to you soon, Lo-Fi listeners. Pickering, signing off. A little behind the scenes for all you listeners that stuck around. So I've been working the past few weeks on episode 500 content for this Friday. And for real, if you have ideas or questions that you want to ask me, or things you want to know about and you want me to dig into about the show or about any aspect of Lo-Fi Poli Sci, write in within the next few days, and we'll talk about it on Friday. Catch you later.